Good morning, everyone. I, Rajni, welcome you all in Social Science class. Today we will study about chapter number 1 of history, that is the modern period. The modern period began in the 18th century. In that, our first point is meaning and nature of history. In simple terms, history is a study of past event, that is, it is the story of people who lived in the past. In fact, history is a record of people, place, and event of the past arranged in a chronological order. It tells us the story of ancestors, their lifestyle, occupation, custom, language, and culture, as well as their problem, appreciation, and their achievement. Next point is importance of history. The study of history is very important for us. History helps us to understand how the present evolved. It tells us about the past of the present. With the help of history, we are able to know about the art, literature, custom, religious, etc. So it is helpful in gaining knowledge of the continuous development of human and culture and civilization. In the order to get a clear picture of an important changes in history, historians generally divide the past into three periods. These are the ancient period, the medieval period, and the modern period. Our next topic is sources of history. Clues and evidences on the basis of which we write history are known as sources of history. Historians use different types of sources to learn about the past, but the sources that they choose depend upon the period of their study and their nature of their investigation. Like the ancient and medieval period, the sources of history of modern India can also be divided into the following categories. First is literary sources. The literary sources for the period are many and varied. There are original documents like government report, administrative reports, official record of the British survey and so on. Our next point is official record. The Mughal introduced the culture of recording everything. This was furthered and perfected by the British. Every administrative decision was recorded and carefully preserved. This has helped historians immensely of their studies of the period. Many of the official records of this period are known preserved in the National Archives of India. Our next point is surveys report. The British also began the practice of conducting surveys, population survey, revenue surveys, land surveys, and many other type of surveys were conducted. Mapping was an important part of these surveys. The British made a large number of topographic maps. Our next point is indigenous record. Diaries, account of pilgrim and travelers, newspaper, books, novels and leaflets reflect the feeling of Indian under British rule. These are called the indigenous record. So with this topic, our first chapter, the modern period, is completed now. Please go on through the which whole chapter once again, and if any doubt, ask me. Thank you.